Hello Paloma piano members. I'm just getting ready to publish Blues Level 2. In fact, if you're watching this video, it's on the Blues Level 2 page. I'm going to do a quick training to show you what this is all about and what we're doing. From the beginning, we're going to go to the key of G major and we're going to learn the 12-bar blues changes in G major, which is 4 bars of G, 2 bars of C, 2 of G, D, C, G. If you're going to go back and repeat, you're going to go back to the D, the 5 chord, and go back. That's the first lesson. Then you can just kind of go through the book. The second lesson gives a left-hand pattern. So the kids can kind of, and the students can kind of get used to just getting that left-hand chord changes under their fingers. After that, we're going to start with the first 4 notes of the G minor blues scale. There's an exercise. It's very self-explanatory. After that, there's a 4-note blues piece. It goes to the next change. And then, just like the other book, I leave out the right hand and they get to improvise. Using those ideas, they get to improvise their own right hand blues improvisation. After that, we're going to introduce the entire G minor blues scale. It's all written out, and there's an exercise for that, so they can play through it. Just get that scale under their fingers before they start jumping around or doing anything else. And then we have the winter blues, which is a little piece. Just read it straight off the page, and then use those ideas to improvise. And that's how the whole book goes. The midnight blues has some harmonized thirds, so they can work with that. Get them used to that, and then there's a chance to use some of those ideas and improvise. So what I have my students do is all the ideas that they already did, we kind of try to incorporate that into the next improvisation. So I'll remind them, remember when we learned this and we tried that. So some of this is review from the other book but in a new key, and then there's a few new things. The left hand slides, we work on those to add a kind of a bluesy. And then they can also play a piece that features some left-hand slides and then do an improvisation with that. We work on the shuffle, which is a blues left-hand pattern that most people are familiar with. Incorporate that into a piece, the not too fast blues. And then they can make up their own. It's written out the left hand so they kind of know what they're following. And they can use any of the notes in this scale, works with any of these chords. Any of them. So it's kind of a really easy way to get started with that. The running blues features some blues runs, so they can start getting a little bit faster at playing that, going up and down. And then they can use some runs in their running blues improvisation. Towards the middle of the book, we get into some walking based patterns. We did a little bit of that in the first one. We did this one. This one we're kind of just doing some broken chords. Work on that, they play a piece, the straight ahead blues, and then they get to make their own. Now the blues pattern 2 kind of teaches them to connect. So we're using that A flat to get to the G to step down, the D flat to the C, the A flat to the G. So they get a chance to work with that a little bit. And then the sidestep blues uses that. That's a little tricky. They're going to probably have to do some practicing to get with that. So when they get to the sidestep blues improvisation, they can make up their own right hand to go with the left hand. And at the beginning, maybe they can just get some simple chords. I left the triplets in just to get them into it a little bit to pick up, but that will kind of inspire them. And then the last piece in the book is the rolling along blues, and I just wanted to kind of show the kids how you can kind of take a simple song and make it a little bit bluesy. kind of goes on. So that's the whole course, but it should take a couple months to get through it and just give them some vocabulary so that they can start to go forward with some of their blues playing. I tried to make it really easy that you can just pick it up and teach it, even if you haven't done this before a lot, and it's hopefully will be fun. Thank you so much for listening to this video. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and ask me. All right, thank you.